There is a place on Earth where the wind roars without stopping. Where there are no trees, no roads, no human signs. A frozen rock fragment, lost in the middle of the most ruthless ocean on the planet. A point on the map that seems to have been forgotten by time. Or perhaps, deliberately hidden. That place exists. It is called Bouvet Island. A piece of land closer to Antarctica than to any civilization. So remote that no one sets foot on it. And so mysterious that it has been the protagonist of military secrets, expeditions that never return, and signals of unknown origin. Today, on Sinister Maps, we travel to the most isolated island in the world. An island so inaccessible it seems to shout, "Don't come here," but what does Bouvet hide? And why are there those who claim we shouldn't even look in its direction? Bouvet is located in the South Atlantic Ocean, more than 1,600 kilometers from the nearest inhabited point. A volcanic, frozen island, the size of a small city, completely surrounded by cliffs, ice, and deadly waves. There are no ports. There are no beaches. There are no easy ways to get there, or to leave. And yet, Bouvet appears again and again in the darkest archives of polar exploration, secret geopolitics, and unexplained anomalies. It was discovered in 1739 by a French navigator, Jean-Baptiste Charles Bouvet de Lozier, who barely managed to get close before the ice pushed him out of the area. After that, Bouvet disappeared from the map for more than 60 years. Literally. Sailors who tried to find it again couldn't see it. There was no trace. As if the island had vanished. Until a British whaler rediscovered it in 1808. But by then, its location no longer matched the original coordinates. Was it a miscalculation, or was something moving? Over the years, Bouvet was claimed by Norway. And in 1971 it was declared a protected nature reserve. But protected does not always mean preserved. Sometimes it means restricted. One of Bouvet's great mysteries arose in 1964. A British expedition arrived at the island aboard the HMS Protector and reported something completely unexpected. An abandoned lifeboat in the middle of the island, far from the sea. It was damaged, without identifiable marks, but showed signs of having been used. There were no human remains. No notes. No camp. The most disturbing thing, there was no record of any shipwreck in the area. No lost ships. No alerts issued. How did that lifeboat get there? Who was on Bouvet, and why was nothing ever heard from them again? To this day, no one has solved that mystery. But the most disturbing event happened in 2002. The Norwegian Polar Institute sent a scientific expedition to install an automatic weather station. A few years later, when they tried to check it, the station had disappeared without a trace. And later, in 2015, NASA recorded a signal of unidentified origin coming from coordinates near Bouvet. A signal that did not match any known transmission. Neither from satellites. Nor from ships. Nor from scientific stations. A transmission that was never repeated. What generated it? Was it a technical anomaly, or something else? The key question is, why does Bouvet continue to attract so much attention if there is nothing there? Because maybe there is something. Only you can't see it from the outside. There are persistent rumors that the island serves as a covert listening post. A surveillance node to intercept signals from the southern hemisphere. Or even as a remote base for intelligence operations. Its isolation makes it the perfect hideout. Some theorists claim that in the 1980s, during the Cold War, the United States and the Soviet Union had unofficial operations in the South Atlantic. And that Bouvet was part of a hidden network of secret enclaves. Others go further and claim that under Bouvet's volcanic surface there are non-human structures. That the island is empty on the surface, but inhabited below. It doesn't help that accessing Bouvet is practically impossible. The weather conditions are extreme. Storms form within minutes. The ice is constant. And the winds easily exceed 150 kilometers per hour. Even drones or satellites have trouble maintaining stable images of the island. And most of the available photographs are old or blurry. Why does no one try to explore it seriously? Or have they already done so, and don't want to tell? Bouvet's geology doesn't help calm fears either. The island is formed by an inactive volcano, but there is still underground thermal activity. Some researchers have recorded unexplained temperature increases in specific areas. Natural heat, or artificially generated? And furthermore, Bouvet lies near the Mid-Atlantic Ridge, a tectonic fault that separates the African and South American plates. Right in that area, electromagnetic anomalies have been detected, similar to those recorded in other cursed zones like the Bermuda Triangle or the Devil's Sea. Coincidence? Another disturbing fact: Bouvet Island was the supposed setting for the beginning of the movie, Alien vs. Predator. In that fiction, an expedition discovers a pyramid buried under the ice, where humans were hunted by creatures from another dimension. A simple science fiction story, or a symbolic choice of a place that was already awakening suspicions? Because many times, the truth disguises itself as entertainment. Today, Bouvet Island remains empty. Or so they say. But it is not abandoned. Norway maintains its claim. The superpowers watch it. Expeditions that have arrived rarely come twice. And the lifeboat. And the signal. And the station that disappeared, are still there, as clues to a puzzle no one finishes assembling. Is Bouvet just a frozen rock battered by the wind? Or is it one of the most strategic and hidden places on the planet? A secret observation post? A sealed entrance? A forbidden zone no one steps on, because someone makes sure it stays that way? Unanswered questions. But as we always say on this channel, where the map goes blank, that's where the mystery begins. If this journey to the end of the world has intrigued you, subscribe to Sinister Maps. Here we explore the corners the world prefers to forget. Islands that don't appear on tours. Mountains that influencers don't climb. The planet's wounds covered up with silence. But we uncover them. One by one. See you in the next episode. And remember, if the map doesn't show it, it's because someone doesn't want you to find it.